Hi everyone, welcome to another Latitude Motorhomes tour video. So this is a 2025 Latitude Element 27. I love the colours in this one. I've got the colour form written down inside, but this one's one of those colour changing ones. So you can see enough here, it goes from green to blue through there, and as we walk around you'll see that happening. So that's pretty cool. So the Element 27 is 8.6 metres long. It's based on the top spec Iveco 7.2 tonne GDM truck with the high output 210 horsepower engine, 8-speed automatic transmission, airbag suspension, all the option packs in the front, so things like suspension seats, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, radar cruise, lane departure warning, all those kind of things, tyre monitoring, all of that's standard in this. So most of the things you'll find in this video will be standard, with the nudge bar on the front standard, the front camera there, the nice wheel trims. We poke your head underneath, we can see the legs. So we've got the red foot leveling, there's 4 of those, and they're hooked to a controller inside. You just press the button, makes the motorhome nice and flat and secure, nice and level. So there's an app for your phone, you can control that too. So we'll go inside in a little bit, you'll see that. Nice entry door area. So this takes you up nicely, the beautiful step there, nicely finished. That hammer tone finish around the outside and the polished top. You got your diesel filler on this side and the AdBlue on the other side, so nice. Right, in here we've got the generator fuel tank, which takes petrol. So that holds around 34 litres, and you can also see the manual override for the slide out, super accessible there as well. So there's one at this end, one at the other end. Got the double entry step, nice engineered, so the step progression is really nice all the way inside. Beautiful Dometic entry door, nice and solid. It's got the separating screen too, which is a nice feature. So it's good. Yeah, it's a security screen. We like these doors. Don't really make any noise, which is good. Very secure. Love it. Alright, there's that beautiful colour scheme again. So the graphics, guys, you can get, this is what we call the bold design, and then there's also a subtle design which has a little less going on. I like this one, it's good, and particularly with these colour changing stickers too. I think it's cool. Alright. Now all of these latches, guys, the ones that look like this, have the electric locking on them, so you just push a remote and they'll lock and unlock. It's a nice big storage, very easily accessible. Sometimes I get asked about load limits on these drawers and stuff. I actually can't think of anything that you would reasonably be storing in any of these that are going to go near any of that. Alright, we've got the outside hatch. So we did an update about a year ago on the Element to have a similar door on the outside as the Meridian. So what that meant is we can get 32-inch TV. So again, that's standard. They have added the barbecue. For other customers, if you're looking for a barbecue to store in here, you need the Baby Weber, the early generation one. So they're still available. A little bit hard to get, but that's the one that fits in there, and that closes. You've got the barbecue bayonet point there, and they've got a stand for this. I think it's under the bed or something at the moment. So yeah, beautiful. On the roof, you've got Starlink too, so all your smart TVs hook up to that Wi-Fi network, and you can watch all your streaming services, YouTube, etc., anywhere in Australia, which is really cool. Alright, you got the fold down table that comes down, the power point there that's just nicely located with it. Outside speakers, so it's linked up to the Fusion Audio Apollo head unit. We've got our gas bottles, so these come out on the slide, 2x4 kilo, with the latest spec. Really the only thing running off the gas is your barbecue and the hot water system. So we run a continuous hot water, so if you do want to have long showers, you can do that in this. A lot of motorhomes and caravans have fairly small ones. So the power system is quite substantial. If you've been watching our videos, you know for the 2025 spec, we up this a bit. We've got 600 amp hours of Enerdrive lithium battery, and then all Red Arc controlled gear. So we like Red Arc being Australian, good company to deal with, and obviously supporting Australian manufacturers too. So the Red Arc RS3 3 kilowatt inverter, the Alpha 100 charging system, and on the other side we have the dark control gear, including their Rogue and Prime units. So that's nice. So we've got 100 amps of charging when you're on mains or generator or driving. And then on these ones you have about 1140 watts of solar. So quite a big solar system. We're pretty much maxed out the roof space up there. The bumper bar on the back, this is aluminium construction. And the way this is engineered and designed, it's actually separate from the body here. So if you do happen to bump this, you're not going to damage that. So helps keep costs down in the event of a little stack. Tow bar, very substantial. So it's 3.5 ton towing, and you've got these recovery points too. So that's cool. Very nice. That's the hot water system there. Nice hard cover on the back, standard. It's really seeing, that's a good way to see that colour change here, isn't it? Real green to blue flick. I'll tell you the colour when we go inside. I've got it written down. I can't remember if it's aquamarine or ultramarine. So this corner here is all about where you're hooking stuff up. So to fill up your water tank, hook up town water pressure, power inlet, and underneath you got the grey water. These guys have an Ogo toilet, composting toilet. So you still get this little hatch here, even though they've got the different toilet. That just gives you somewhere to store, you know, a few bits and pieces. We're certainly not going to waste that space. And down here you've got the rest of the power gear. So I've got the red arc control gear, all very easily accessible fuses and things, all labelled. And in the white box you get your 240 volt breakers and stuff there. So super easy to access and service. But hopefully you don't really need to worry about that. That's a good spot to put your power leads and bits and pieces in there too. We've got the Dometic Tech 29 generator. So they've got a Honda motor in them. Push button start from inside. That'll easily run your air conditioner, charge your batteries rapidly if you need. You can see a little bit of the slide out mechanism there. So we do have our own patented slide out mechanism. The biggest advantages for customers are the fact, one, that's super reliable, but two, the drawers here come out and there's no load limits on these on the storage bins underneath. So I don't think anyone in Australia even has this system yet where it comes out, but some of the American ones, they do have load limits on these bins. So that was a big advantage there. And obviously being super strong and reliable is the first thing that's important to us. In under the bed, lots of storage in under here. You get a bit of a sneak peek of the colours of the inside from here too. So I mentioned it before, we have a 240 volt power point just there, standard, and a 12 volt socket there as well. So if you do, you know, you might have bike charging things, you might have a fridge that goes in under here if you need more fridge or freezer space. So it's all set up, and we actually have designed the height of that storage area to fit most of the Dometic CFX fridges as well. All bar one of those fridges will fit under there, and I've had customers use Engels, and they fit quite well. Little storage area. You'll see inside, this is a bit different to normal out here. It's a little bit small because the frame there will give it away. There's a seat belted lounge in here, so that does compromise a little bit on storage and comfort, but for customers that's important, we can add those in. And this is the storage, massive big areas again, aluminium construction, 3mm, so no issues with load and stuff in them. Beautiful. Got your side step again here. You got access to your hydraulic pumps under there. There's the covers under there. So again, there's somewhere that's not taking up space in your storage, but it's easily accessible. We've got our little courtesy lights here. That'll come on. There we go. It's a bit dim in the video, but you can imagine it's quite bright at night and it lights up this step area. So that's cool. Got your awning on top there, on the top of the slide out. You don't really need it from a waterproofing perspective, but it does help keep excess rain off and leaves and sticks and stuff especially. All right, we can head straight inside. I think we'll do this video in one cut. I'm a big fan of the colours in this one. It's getting very close to exactly what I would pick myself, I think. Beautiful. Alright. So starting at the front of this video, I've turned the seats around before we started, just to show those in the turn position. We work with a company in Brisbane that manufactures the seat swivels, and we actually a couple of years ago helped them out to ensure they can turn these seats without having to open the doors. So I know a lot of brands with the seat swivels, you've got to open the doors a little bit. So that clears the doors easily with that updated design. So simple alterations like that, you know, nothing, no rocket science required, just some little bit of thinking, and that works beautifully. In the front cab, we've got the 4K video 360 camera system with touchscreen. I have another video on the YouTube channel that shows that in operation, so it's definitely a step up. I know some other manufacturers have 360 cameras now, but it's in Latitude style, it's definitely the top of what you can buy there. The Iveco has the Apple CarPlay unit, all the air conditioning and stuff like that. It's actually quite comfortable to drive these. You consider they're a light truck, very easy. Alright, in the front we've got the leveling system there. Got the little storage cupboards and stuff in here, so that's nice. More shelving up there, more storage, little lights and stuff like that. Got a nice fridge there. That's on, ready to go for the customer today. About 220 litres, so quite a big fridge. Alright, we'll talk about the colours. I know customers, particularly if you've got orders coming up, they like me to talk about the colours. So on the outside, that colour, the colour change one is called aquamarine, and then anthracite grey is the other colour, which we see quite a lot. Then inside here we have a rainforest, is this colour, that green, I like it. And then shell, these are in the matte finishes, that's shell there. It's a bit of a, it's a white, but it's not really a white at the same time. Then we have Tasmanian oak wood matte is the colour of this bench. I really like this bench top, I think it looks great. The leather is honey two-tone, so hopefully it comes up in the video right. And from what I'm seeing on the screen, it looks a little bit orange, but it's a very nice colour with these greens. I like it. Personally, I think another option would be like a chocolate brown, would go really nice in here too, so I think that'd be a good one. Then the floor is lime oak. It's a lime oak colour. And the splashback is portobello. Sort of sandstone. I wonder if they... I have a feeling it's actually sandstone. So I might have the document wrong in front of me, but very nice colour scheme. Works really well together. Alright. Nice big sink combo. Let's have a look at some of these things. So sink, drainer, setup. This tap also has the little separate tap here, which is for the separate water filter. So the water filter comes out there, hot and cold water there. You got the Dometic 2-zone induction cooktop. That's a very nice unit. We have the Bosch combo oven grill microwave. So this is a full household size one, so that goes really well with the power system that we have on board. Nice big drawers. And again, everything's top of the range. There's absolutely no shortcuts with any of what we do here. Which is great. Huge big drawers, couple of accessories and stuff there as well. Got the cutlery tray there, so that's actually part of the system with these drawers. It fits in perfectly, so there's no movement. Very nice. Front pantry, and lots of cupboard space. You got your, what we refer to like an appliance cupboard. There's a power point at the back there. Little drawer, so you imagine coffee. I often see coffee machines on here. Sometimes toasters or kettles. Yeah, everything's soft closed. Beautiful. Again, more drawers. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Okay. Got quite a bit of overhead cupboard space too. So again, these beautiful latches everywhere. Solid stainless steel. Absolutely spectacular. They come from Italy, these. Little caravan latches. Beautiful hinges. Non-slip matting. And I like the way the range was just formed in there beautifully. Sits real nice. I do like this shell colour. There's another one called Ash, which I think would go well too. Slightly different tone. So, yeah. Alright, the 32-inch TV, that does come out on a swivel bracket. I won't do it at the moment, but there's the release mechanism up behind it, and that pulls out. Obviously plenty of power points and things like that. Got some more cupboards under here. Again, just more space. We try and maximize all of that where we can. The bed lifts up on gas struts, so you saw how easy that was for me. The way the struts are engineered and angled, very important to that, so it makes it really easy. And even putting it down, no big clunks or bangs, just nice and gentle. So those little things that have worked out really well. So the lounge, guys, does have the seat belt, so it does compromise the look a little bit of it. But if you need that practicality, the seat belts, that's an option there. There's a removable section there so that 2 people sitting here are actually sitting compliant as well. So that's pretty cool. All right, the red arc screen. We've got the Cymarine gauge. So the 2026 spec added the Cymarine gauges, and most of our 25 customers are going to this as well. So the beauty of that is you got much more accurate water levels and stuff there as well. So that's good. Heater control, slide out in and out. We've got the red arc panel there, so you can see your battery level, how much charge we've got going in, turn lights and things on and off, all of that, and the generator control. I think some nice lights underneath. It's good. All right, wardrobe space. You got the bedside tables and overheads and stuff here as well. So, all right, plenty of space down the side of the bed too. So I can literally walk, down here, and I've got plenty of room. So people that know me, I'm about 6'2" and 115 kilos. So pretty big guy, and I fit around all these things really well. Yeah. It's a wardrobe space. Again, more drawers. We like drawers. Anything low, we like to have drawers, so that's good. Obviously more down there. In the bathroom, we've got that Ogo toilet. Definitely a fan of this particular model composting toilet. That works really well. You've got your hot water service control here, more power points. Love how that all works. The washing machine there. It's quite accessible too, so even though it looks like it's kind of tucked in, we've got it set up so it's quite serviceable, so if you ever need to remove it, it's pretty easy to do. Again, more cupboard space and sock clothes, look at that. No banging, nice sink, more drawers. Again, like I said, drawers are important. Shower's nice and big. Beautiful. I don't know if you can appreciate how big this shower is from the video, but definitely a very big shower. And I've pointed this out before, we do have the privacy here as well. So towel rails, proper full-size towel rail. That's good. Nice big mirror. All right, I think we're just about done. One more little look around. So I went through the colors, guys. If you do have a build coming up and you like these colors or part of them or whatever, take some screenshots, take some notes of the colors I mentioned before, or if you're not sure, you can text me or ring and I'll give you the colors so you can keep some notes for when it's time to pick yours. So, all right, guys, these people will be getting excited. It's another one out the door, and for those waiting in the queue, it's another one closer to your build. All right, have a great day. Hopefully the rain holds out for us. Thanks, guys. Bye.